Bodzikovski just has ace high. Gonna bet again. 700,000. Mateos with second pair. Makes the call. The dynamic really shifts now. Mateos, king 8 offsuit.
160, 160.
And raises.
160,000.
Going to have to play this extremely defensively the whole time, pretty much, Gierse. Even in the context of flopping a set, just oh man, Gin Daddy. And to be the best, you got to get lucky too. And would you look at that flop? It's a good flop, James. It's a pretty good flop.
I mean, run better, Mateos.
And an interesting decision for Gierse, because going to recognize that you're probably pretty good here with the two pair of deuces and kings a lot of the time. Maybe calling here is going to freeze your opponent, but it would be disaster were a deuce to peel. I wonder if Adrian ever finds a check on this turn. Maybe recognizing that ace highs are probably going to be folded out anyway. But I feel like you're probably going to find a bet a lot of the time to try to get some more value from those diamond draws. Maybe turned hard draws. Something like, you know, ace 5 of hearts certainly would have called the flop. But you don't want to bet too much, I don't think, and scare away your opponent.
Yeah.
You have the board so pipped here, and you can see even the 160 is going to fold out the pair of twos.
VJ Windsor says a better flop would have been king, king, deuce. It depends whose side you're on. That would not have been a better flop for Adrian Mateos. Ace king for Bodzikovski on the button. So the raise is to 100,000. Marius Gierse.
If he has a big pair, will I be like a profit?
Ooh, ace 10 in the small.
260. 10 raise, 260,000.
There
Third
is
man
another
in.
player. There is Mateos.
What did I say?
With
Day starts with ace king, day ends with ace king.
kings in the big blind for Mateos.
625. 3 raise.
Wow. So we had the open from Bodzikovski with ace king, the cheeky 3-bet from Gierse in the small with ace 10, and now cold 4 from Mateos in the big blind with 625K. Action back on Bodzikovski. What do you do now?
No universe where you can fold. I just can't imagine. 26 big blinds.
Yeah, Bodzikovski with 26, 27 bigs behind. Vaska Bojnikov, the shortest stack with 15 bigs.
How many are you? 2.
So 2 time bank cards used so far. And looks like he's got a decent bank of them. Clearly, he's been saving them up over the last couple of days, Griffin. He folds it.
Oh, yes.
Lays down the ace king.
Wow.
The 3-bet would have worked.
Quick fold from Marius. Mateos wins the pot.
There.
And then there's Adrian Mateos, who's not too shabby a player. Calls with Jack 8. Heads up to the flop. Jack 10, 7. Top pair for Mateos.
Check. 8-bet, 90,000.
Bodzikovski continues for 90,000. Small bet into a pot of 390K.
Yeah, I don't think that Bodzikovski's always going to bet ace 6 as a combo on this board. You're going to get a lot of continues from hands. A lot of hands make pairs, straight draws and stuff. But with that ace of clubs, I think Makito wants the flexibility to be able to continue betting on certain, you know, club cards. You know, maybe if this turn card was the queen of clubs, we would see Makita betting big and trying to fold out, you know, something like a 10 or a 7.
Black queen on the turn means Mateos is now an 84% favorite. Well, Mateos has checked every street. check called the flop for 90, check called the turn for 250, has checked the river. Is Bodzikowski going to bet again? Just has ace high.
As much as Adrian is going to have some hands that are going to be really in the pressure cooker facing a big bet, it's still not easy to do.
700,000. Mateos with second pair. And Mateos playing a time bank card. We are running a 30-second shot clock in this event, 30 seconds per decision, but Mateos buying extra time with one of those cards, makes the call and wins a huge pot from Mikita Bodzikowski. And the dynamic really shifts now, Griffin. Gierse calling in the small with 9-8. Ace deuce for Mateos.
1.8 more or less.
1.1, 1.7.
Mateos checks his option. The flop is ace jack 10. Open-ended straight draw for Gierse. Top pair for Mateos.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these checked back ace highs in these blind v blind battles. And it always
90.
opens a door for the small blind to be repping that texture, since it should technically more often hit the range of the person putting chips into the pot pre-flop. So it's going to create an opportunity for Mateos to catch some bluffing chips. Wouldn't be surprised if we see more bets from Gierse depending on the run out. And all Mateos needs to do is hold on, and we've been seeing him do a lot of that, just like that Jack-8 hand against Mikita a few hands ago.
280.
280.
There it is, another bet, this time quite large into the 360K, 280, almost full pot.
Well, two pair on the river. Didn't need to improve, but does.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gierse does wave the white flag here, but you can understand the temptation to continue betting because of Mateos' capped range. You expect Mateos sometimes to have a check back ace, but a lot of the time going to have a jack X or a 10X that, might fold to 3 very large bets by the river. Of course, especially with that deuce not going to be the case, and that's just going to leave Gierse with 585,000. And yeah, it just has to turn it up, has to be at the bottom of his range. Just really felt like he had to go for it, and a disastrous result. Oh, here we go. Suited ace going to be enough for the 5 big blinds of Mikita.
8 raise.
425.
Virtual all-in from Bodzikowski, leaving himself 1 chip behind.
3 raise.
Oh, the
million.
quick
You
call.
folded 3 times
one
versus
time.
his jam, huh?
Just one time.
Mateos puts them all in. Bodzikowski calls the rest off, and here we go. Bodzikowski at risk and dominated.
Sorry, but I got it right here. I'm Team Adrian.
No worries.
Just one time.
Just
Come out, this is
such
10
a
of diamonds?
gigantic
Okay.
cash prize difference between third and second, and you can see the regret in Bodzikowski's eyes. But we've seen the ducks fly for Mikita before. Did get it in deuces to sixes. Is there another deuce up the sleeve?
Well, you need 2 of them now.
That is a bad start.
This could be all over on the turn. Bodzikowski has less than 1% equity to win the pot outright.
Yeah, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Ace.
Oh, drawing to a chop.
Oh,
Not yet.
touche.
Ace
Nice.
is coming.
Oh, I didn't feel.
Barry Greenstein does not
Sorry,
make
what?
an appearance, and Mikita Bodzikowski busts in 3rd place, cashing for just over 611,000 euros. Great ladder for Marius Gierse, who's now locked up the better part of $1 million.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Mateos is gonna mix in some limps with a hand like this. Not one you really want to shove and get called for the 11 big blinds, but not one you ever really want to get a walk, so decides to go for the limp in.
It's a crunchy board, all clubs. Gierse has the 9 of clubs. Mateos putting on the pressure though with just 5 high, bets 80,000, gets the call.
See if Mateo has another no equity bet here.
With that bet on the turn, Mateos takes it down. Gierse drops down to the 8 big blind mark.
All in.
There it is. Can Mateo wake up in the big blind? It's just Jack 4 for Gierse and King 3 for sub 10 big blinds. Does make the call.
Here we go. This could be it. Mateos with the best hand, king high. Gierse does have live cards. Mateos not a huge favorite here. But if king high holds, we will have our winner. 60-40.
Yeah, anything can happen in these 60-40 situations.
Ace, queen at 6. King high is holding.
Einfach nur perfekt.
Mateos, 3-1 favorite now to win this super high roller. And Marius Gierse is going to need to see a jack or a 4 on the river, or this is over. It's a 9. Gierse's a goner. Adrian Mateos has won the EPT 22 super high roller here in Monte Carlo. Adrian Mateos won the main event here in Monaco back in 2015, becoming the first Spanish champion on the European Poker Tour. He follows that up 7 years later with a win in the super high roller.